Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, May 4th. And we are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the SPY, IWM, and triple Qs. And a very interesting day. Let's put things in perspective. Everybody's probably getting giddy again that it's over for the sellers. They're horrible. And look, there's no doubt we couldn't go trend. We're closing at the top of the day's range, but I'm going to take M period with a grain of salt. The bigger picture is we're finally in balance in the weekly, and until we close that gap and or get acceptance back into last week's range, to me, the target still could possibly be down around those two weekly lows in the 410 levels. No doubt the sellers didn't put forth what I thought we'd get more of. Now remember, I was looking for a $7 to $10 range at some point when we broke out of this. Well, at one point we were down just about $6. No, actually we were down over $6, I think, at one point. Now we didn't get to, we didn't get to as much as I thought. But again, doesn't mean it has to happen today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So I did no trading in IWM or Qs. I did all my trading in SPY. They had an excellent day. The algos were very accommodating. In fact, I had a size short position that I did okay in J. Didn't get what I wanted. Took it off because I said there's something not right here. If we're going to have an afternoon rally high, I don't think the market should keep testing up here. And lo and behold, look what happened. So I did well on that short, and I took it off way before then. I didn't take a trade again after I took the rest of it off in K period. The gap's still holding. We have lower value. The gap's still over 100 ticks. So it's not the smallest gap. We still have that naked POC that's still alive inside of that inside of the gap. And we're still about $1 lower than last week's low. As far as what I did today, I mean, look, I'll tell you what. I'll go over them, but I'm not going to go over them in detail because I was basically playing shorts all day. I took the short in A period, and I traded everything was Wednesday. We got above the opening. I was looking for this to rally a little more to take a size put play. Didn't get there. Got below the opening. I took a 25 lot. Actually came back above the opening. I still held it. When we started pushing down again, I had a 45 lot put play in A period that paid me very handsomely on the 418 puts. I actually took a long against the 20-day moving average and the lowest accepted price. So I took my put play off down there and got long here. Really quick. I said, I'm doing this quick. It was a 50 lot call play of the 413 calls, and it actually went up where I made money on it. Now, I told you I stayed in it only for a short period of time because then once B took out A, we started the shorts again. I shorted B. I shorted in B. I shorted in C. I shorted in D and E. Just kept scalping shorts. I went from the 416s to the 414s to the 415s, all different. As we went low, I was taking lower in the money shorts. We weren't getting single prints, but every push up I was shorting. I said, as long as we continue to one time frame down, I have no problem continuing to short, and that's exactly what I did. And they all paid. I mean, I had a great day. Then H period. I said if we take out G's high, we should alleviate some of the short pressure down here, and I'll look for an afternoon rally high. I actually took a long before we did it. I played Innovator and bought the 412 calls. Nothing big, but it worked as we finally popped F and G and went higher. Then I was looking for the afternoon rally high. I thought I missed it in H, I, J, and then J went back up. I took 100 put play of the 416s. And I did well on them, but we couldn't even get back down to where the POC was. You realize the POC was raised today? So at one point, we were down 1% today. We ended down 0.6%. We were down 1% today. We actually raised POC. But it worked out. Certainly didn't get as much as I wanted. I thought for sure we had a chance, I and Jay are poor, to take out eyes low and start running. Never happened. And that was my last trade of the day, and then you saw what transpired in M period. So it was an excellent day. We start fresh tomorrow. Clear head. I'm not going to come in biased. I guarantee you a lot of people right now are saying, oh, that's it. That's all they wanted to do. We're going to fill the gap tomorrow. That might well be true, but let the market show me. As of right now, I have to say the sellers have some kind of control because we're still below the weekly low and we still have the gap. If we fill that gap and we get acceptance back into last week's low, well, then maybe all they wanted to do is take a 4-week balance now and get close to the bottom of it, which you'll see when I show you the charts. As far as destinations, tomorrow, if we do open inside of today's range, it's going to be like that old saying that I've been using. It's like they're going to be hitting a golf ball inside a racquetball court. You better be ducking because we'll be all over the place inside of M's range tomorrow. Upside destinations. First one on the upside, 416.60, today's high, and then filling the gap at 417.67, a 107-point gap. Inside of that, though, we have the 417.44, 11 wide from April 30th, which is still in play. And then above that, we have the price probe. When's the last time you wrote down on your homework daily high with a gap fill? I can't remember the last time I had a gap fill to the upside that held. And a price probe that held, 418.17. Price probe, and then 418.64. 10 wide from yesterday, and 419.27, the afternoon rally high that held. When's the last time you had those on your homework sheets? It's rare. Downside, we don't have anything until the 10 wide, I was 9 wide. 10 wide in ES, 413.93 is my POC. H is high. Then we don't have anything. I am using L's low as an afternoon pullback, but I can assure you if we get tomorrow's POC, I'm not going to lean on it too heavily. But 413.48 and then 411.98 today's low, and then we don't have anything to those 2 weekly lows I gave you this morning. 411.13. Well, first we have 411.13 daily low, and then the 2 weekly lows that you should have that I gave this morning. And then on the chart, quickly, let's go over SPY. Monthly still very healthy, right? Very healthy. We didn't take out last month's high yet, but we're still one time framing up. Where did change take place? On the weekly and the daily. Weekly is now firmly in balance. We're using last week's high. The all-time high is the top of the balance. We're using 410.20 as the low of the balance. Is all we wanted to do is get down to 411.67, and that's all we're going to do? It remains to be seen. Again, if we can't get acceptance into last week's range, nothing changed for me, and the destination is still the 410 level. And then on the daily, remember we had a $4.42 range for 6 days. Today, we had just under a $5 range for 1 day, $4.93. Now that's an impressive close, the way we pulled off the lows. Look at that. We actually closed above the 20-day moving average. But again, remember, 1 day doesn't make a market. And that goes for both sides of the equation. Doesn't mean we gap lower, the market's over, we're going to zero. But on the flip side, just because we rallied so hard and closed above the 20-day moving average, that doesn't mean the all clear is signals given and we're back into this 6-day balance. We have to get back into it. And then we have to close the gap. So everything is still on the table for tomorrow. So the monthly's up, the weekly's balance, and the daily's down. We had an excellent day in the trading room because we called this market really well today and kept so many people out of trouble. It's worth a chance. Come check us out for a month. CamelbackTrading.org. I hope you had a great day trading. Have a great night. And we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.